Good morning and welcome to Jermaine Edwards.
Good morning, everybody, bridge listeners.
Yes,
all over the world. Big up on yourself.
Welcome, Jermaine.
Thank you very much. I must say, sir, you're doing very well.
Thank you very much, and you're doing better.
I don't know about that one.
No, but seriously, Jermaine, you're an awesome talent.
Thank you very much.
And
sir.
you've maintained very high standards in music.
Thank you, sir.
And for that, we say congratulations, bro.
Thank you.
What has your journey been like? Is it fun? Is it as much fun being in it, or that we see when we watch you perform and so on?
I think it is. I think what is the problem mostly is because I do most of my stuff, so I can't tend to enjoy everything because I am the producer and the mix engineer. No, I start mastering.
Wow.
And I'm the arranger, writing, and then being the artist, and then married.
Family.
Family. So sometimes, when you have dreams, you actually realize that you reach them, but you didn't realize that everything you dreamed of, you're really living it because you're so busy all the time. You didn't even get to. It didn't come to you. You know what I mean? You just worked into it. So it's fun, but it can be very painful.
Yeah, at the same time. The aspect of mastering, that is a new challenge that you've taken on.
Right.
But you've also worked with people like Kirk Franklin's master engineer, Herb Powers.
Yes.
What are some of the projects you worked with Herb on?
Don't count me out. Everything from I think Either Way, Don't Count Me Out, and I Will Follow.
Yeah. How is the experience learning that aspect of the business?
It's when you have your cake and eat it, that is what mixing, mastering your own work and production is. I have excellent musicians that also help because it's more than one head coming together, and that's also most important where you get the variety of music. But it's awesome to much people want to produce their own music and want. Become a musician. I'm a real musician. So it's not
you
like
play several instruments?
Keyboards, drums, bass guitar, and all them different things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like me I try to make a beat. I'm a real musician.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I've been playing like keyboards for church from ever since I was 10, 11 years old.
I find that person like yourself who play instruments, I don't know if it's the way to put it, but it's like you have a deeper appreciation for the art.
And for excellence. That's where
you find that.
Yeah, so it is also have it issues because you may overdo it at times because you're so paying attention to it being perfect that you most of the times the hit song them are not even songs where like great if you listen to Bob Marley music, them wonderful musicianship, but the artifacts it's not 100% perfect.
Yeah, that's right.
But that's what makes you keep listening over and over again, because if I keep nice and too nice, you taste it and it tastes good the first time, you don't want to continue.
Yeah. Sometimes even the rough edges make for great productivity.
I
agree. No, Jermaine, I'm curious. You mentioned, you played many instruments in church.
Right.
I'm wondering, during your journey to becoming a gospel artist, was it always in the making to be a gospel artist? Or
no, like every level of my life, I never even knew I was going to be there. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, when I started to sing, it was because toward the praise and worship team leaders, them actually migrate one time. And then I was forced to lead praise and worship, and my father didn't want me to sing because he thinks I did sound like me I cry and all these different things. You know what I mean? So I was forced into that next level, and every level that I am in music, I am forced into it because I want to pay somebody to do it, try to pay somebody to do it, but they just wasn't doing it the way I was, and I didn't have enough patience, so I just do it myself.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have to ask one: how is Daddy, and how is the acceptance now in terms of from your father?
Well, I mean, after some people coming to church on Sunday morning after doing praise and worship, and
by the way, his father is a pastor. If you didn't know that.
Pastor son, not the good pastor son though.
All right, if you must say so yourself.
So what happened is that he saw some people coming from to visit church on Sunday morning, and then it's like him say, wait, them just always come, and then after praise and worship them leave. So him run outside and ask him, why you just always come to praise and worship and just leave? And he say, because I have my church but you see, I love your praise and worship. When your son do praise and worship, it feels so real and so forth. So it's then him start to say, wait, Come like me, I overlook my son then, because I tell him to stick to keyboard, that I think it is gift, but maybe there's something inside him.
Yeah.
And he invested the first money into my studio recording.
Fantastic. You must be a proud father right now. You have a song with Agent Sasko. I'm going to give the listeners, Bridge Nation, a chance to hear a little bit of it, and then you tell us how this collaboration came about. It's a song entitled Hope in My Head. Jermaine Edwards and Agent Sasko. Yeah, big tune, Jermaine.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about how this collaboration came about.
You know, it was a song that I feel like there's so much negatives going on in our, in our island, Jamaica. I mean, just driving here a while ago, I just saw a police tape and just see about it on the ground. And I mean, it hurts my heart to see what island, just certain little things just look normal, you know what I mean? So I just say, boy, I need some positiveness, I need some hope in my head. And I remember this album that Sasko did, Banks of the Hope. And I just, I feel like Sasko the right person to do the song with it. And him hear it and love it. You know what I'm saying? Give him goosebumps and him just say, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and him just deal with it. You know
it's a good fit.
I like it. And Jermaine, speaking of collaborations, I'm curious, as a gospel artist, how do you approach collaborations? Does the person you're working with need to be a part of the Christian community? How are you just work off a vibe?
No, we're speaking a language that speaks to everybody. It's not like when you cook a food in a restaurant, you cook it to Christian. You cook it to everybody who have a taste bud. So the truth of the fact is, if we need to do good music, It doesn't make a difference where you're coming from. But we need more music that is good in this world.
Positive music, I agree.
I suspect you might see or talk to Sasko before I do. Please pass on our words of congratulations on his national honor, the Order of Distinction that you'll be getting later on this year. What's next for Jermaine? There are a couple of songs coming out. There's one called, is it Nothing?
Nothing Can.
Nothing Can.
Yeah,
that's also
that
a
was
new track.
Like about probably a week ago.
Okay.
I'm doing very well, 33,000 stream on Spotify.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So outside of the production side and the music coming out, what about touring, traveling out? The place has opened up now.
Oh yeah.
The demand for you must be very high.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about it now. We're instead of waiting on promoters, we can do our own events. You know what I mean? And that is where streaming is important and paying attention to data where your music is doing well. So for me, we have a lot of plans for shows that we are putting on. I think you benefit more when you do that.
That's good.
All right, Jermaine, leave us with a positive thought. The nation is going through all kinds of issues. We just celebrated our 60th anniversary of independence. There's a lot of violence out there. We want you to just leave us with a positive thought today as you're here with us right now.
I mean, I'm not gonna try to complain about the darkness in the world, because the absence of light is actually darkness. And I believe as human beings, we need to shine more light. You have some people who are more interested in their companies, their cars, their house, and their good family. But if we can just try to invest more in shining light, and, I want to talk to some Christians to listening, don't shine your light only in your church, you know what I mean? The Bible says, let your light so shine among men that they see your good works. Go out there in the communities and be salt, because salt bring out the flavor and it also preserve. So I want to be a light. And I'm you say what's next? I'm gonna be releasing more music, Great. So I can be relevant in the marketplace and hope that people like you guys play it, because I hope at that music I play. We just need more positive kind of shine more light.
Most definitely.
That is it.
Bro, it was great having you here with us this morning, man. Thanks as always. And keep on keeping on. Keep on giving us these great songs. And definitely, we'll do the rest.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Bless up. Where can you be followed on social media? For
Jermaine Edwards Reel on Instagram, Jermaine Edwards on Facebook. Jermaine Edwards everything, basically.
All right. A man who has committed his talents to spreading the gospel and uplifting lives. That was a chat with Jermaine Edwards.